So when Sukihana was the subject of conversation, at least like 5 or 6 episodes ago, there was no nuance.
I've never
Sukihana
talked about Sukihana on this. I don't know.
There was no nuance to her behavior, even when she was getting done dirty. There was no nuance. It was this is her behavior, and y'all even just tried to do it. Oh, well,
I never
Sukihana
thought
was
about
different.
Sukihana, so I don't know.
Oh, well, Sukihana was different because she made a choice. It was a conscientious choice. Brittany Renner has made a choice as well. When she decided to shake her ass on camera after she found out that the soccer videos wasn't doing as well until she found out everybody was looking at her ass, that was a choice. When she goes on these podcasts, that is a choice. When she fucked all those dudes, that was a choice. When she targeted basketball players, that was a choice. All this is a choice.
We are aware. That's the thing that you keep trying to explain the same thing over and again as if we are incompetent. We are aware.
Apparently, y'all gotta be.
We are aware. So if we're telling you out of our mouths verbally, we're aware of what you're saying. We understand what you're saying. What about that is making you think we don't understand?
Right.
Please explain it. Please explain it to me. That's so disingenuous.
Hold on, Fanny Silent Girl. Look, Sweeney, you're trying to push a narrative. We're just simply trying to have a conversation. I literally called the woman a whore. Hold on.
You pushing a narrative that we sympathize with or we don't understand. That's the narrative that you're pushing.
Hold up. So Sweeney, I literally called the woman a whore and she suffered from childhood trauma. I literally said the podcasters literally set this whole thing up and she did this shit on purpose. I said both things at the same time. Do you understand that?
You didn't have this type of grace for
Kiki. Do you understand that, Sweeney?
And call her a whore and said she.
I sure did have grace for Kiki Palmer. I sure did advocate for Kiki Palmer. But the argument is that people aren't having the same energy, and a lot of people are. Just because some people pick and choose, that's completely fine. Because everyone picks and chooses. Everyone has a limit. So why are you the person that decides somebody else's limit? You're not. Spoiler alert, you're not. You'll never be. So why don't you mind your business instead of trying to police the way that people think? That's not helpful. You're never going to change the way somebody else thinks about things. So control what you can control yourself.
So with that being said, I wasn't talking to you. Maybe sometimes when you shut your mouth, you would know I was speaking.
You and Mr. Sweeney were talking to us, and don't tell me that you weren't talking to me and shut my mouth because you have no problem cutting people off.
And you stop trying to interject yourself.
You have no problem cutting people off.
Don't care.
So you get the respect that you give, ma'am.
I don't respect you.
Okay, you get the respect that you give, ma'am. That's why you get disrespected, ma'am. Okay, I'm aware. That's why you get disrespected, ma'am.
Your name is called.
That's why you get disrespected, ma'am. Because I see you don't have respect for others, and then you think you're gonna get respect from me, but that's a lie. But that's a lie.
Like I was saying,
so act cute. Keep it cute, ma'am.
Why did you not have
let go. I got it.
Stop.
All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and let's get some other people involved so we can move on to the next topic. Lady Dad, did you want to say something, Trev, Casey?
Well, I was gonna say that I agree with everybody's point. Like, you know, when it comes to pretty women, they use pretty girl privilege and all of that. But I don't want to just use, okay, well, she's pretty, and we're not going to tie into if she had trauma or not, because we do know that sometimes the way how you were raised or how you look at life because how you were raised, we just heard that she didn't have her parents growing up. Some people take things differently. If I didn't have parents growing up, I might not take it the same way as Brittany Renner, but she takes it the way she's taking it. So we can't not look at that. Now, we can look at that she is grown and she can make choices and to change, yes. But obviously, she never healed from her trauma or her past or whatever that made her do these type of things, I should say. So I can't say because she's pretty, that's the only thing that's making her do it. That's not true, because there are pretty women that have great upbringings and they may not choose that lifestyle because they had a good upbringing. They know that if they do these type of things, this is the consequence because they had a good upbringing. Obviously, maybe she didn't have that good upbringing. Just because she was an athlete don't mean she had a good upbringing. She was probably trying to escape. Okay, maybe she didn't like her living situation, so let me go attach myself to something else, and she became an athlete. People do that all the time. They be running away from home, not trying to be home and be out all day. Being an athlete, you can do that. You could be out from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. and even later than that if you want to push it. So I don't want to say that, like, you know, she didn't have trauma. She probably did. I don't know. I'm not in her life, but from the factors that I'm hearing on this panel right now, we know she was suffering from something, and she's suffering something right now. She is an adult and she still can't get her life together. I have family members who are grown past 30. They're in their 40s, some of them, and they don't have their life together because they had trauma from when they were young. It takes a while to get rid of it. It's not the easiest thing in the world. Okay, everybody takes it differently, and that's what we got to.
Especially when you're alone.
Yeah, like
some people. That
woman is alone.
It's not diagnosing. We're talking about
you're trying to attach childhood trauma to vindicate a situation and give a person a pass for their behavior to associate it with the why. I don't give a damn about the why. This is a grown
You don't
woman.
give a damn, parents.
If she was to get her butt up and go and lay in the bed with one of them grown men, you wouldn't be trying to associate childhood trauma with her then. It would be consensual. So why are you trying to do it when her behavior is sporadic?
No, that's not. Well, I'm not doing that. Everybody to me that reacts in a negative way has some type of trauma. It might not be as severe as, you know, the next person sitting next to you, but people suffer through things and they react and related to different ways. They use alcohol, they use sex. Like we was talking about this before, right? Y'all was teaching me about people are sexual because they have trauma, and I didn't agree with that. But that's what y'all saying, right? People do a whole lot of things to get away from something. So we cannot say that that's not what she's doing.
Let me ask you a question.
Some people have a better mindset and are more stable than others.
So
it's okay. Hold on. Like, everybody not mentally stable. So it ain't no diagnosis. I ain't trying to diagnose nobody.
Let me ask a question.
I'm just saying that.
Hold on real quick, man. Let me get Trev in there.
I'm just saying that we cannot not talk about it. If these are the relating factors, these are the facts. If she had parents, we wouldn't even be saying this. We'll be like, well, girl, you had a good upbringing. Your dad was, you know, taking care of you and your family. Your mom was teaching you. Your mom was feminine. All of these types of things. We can't say that. We can't say that. But if she's
too damn old to be acting like this.
She's too damn old.
Too old, Mr. Lego.
All right.
We are aware. We are aware.
Hold on.
I just want to say one thing, and then we go to Trail.
Let me get Trail.
I understand what y'all are saying. I'm not saying she's I'm not justifying her behavior. I'm just looking at it in two different sides. So it's a conversation. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Trail.
Go ahead, Trail.
All right. So what I say is this. I mean, it's likely she had trauma, but we don't know that for sure, right? We could all insinuate, we could think that she had trauma. It doesn't matter what she says. She could be using that as an excuse. We don't know, because here's what you could say. Your parents' situation has something to do with it, but I don't know about y'all. I'm from a family of six of us, right? Brothers and sisters, right? So we all went different paths, right? So we could be raised in the same household, have the same exact opportunity, and have completely different outcomes, right? So I know some people who came out of horrible situations with their parents, but found other mentors to latch on to and everything else, right? You could be raised by your grandparents and come out well or not. But no matter how you spin it, as an adult, we're held accountable for our actions. And it's no longer excusable, right? She's way beyond that age where we could allow her any grace. She's not 18. She's not 21. She's up in the 30s right now, man. It's over. Like, we have to hold her responsible as an adult, right? She watches these videos. She sees the feedback. She understands what it is. She just chose being viral, being more important than morals. And she has to stand on that.
And she sexually assaulted Charles Dwight in the process while we sitting up here playing.
Because if he would have did that, it would have been sexual harassment. You're right, Paris. If he would have did that.
Type of excuses, the way that she got on that man who is married and he put his hands up, it was a clear indication of the body language. But I have watched some of you people literally say Suki sitting down, minding her business, receiving a kiss was warranted because of the words that she spews in her music when she is working. Nasty behavior, very, very disingenuous, especially for a man whose platform is based around women being accountable. Y'all are hypocrites.